It took a former South African Champions Season Gr2 winner in Jet Explorer to burst the Gogetthesheriff bubble. The expectancy and hype of the Poly Triple Crown build-up was snuffed out in the space of just over 90 seconds at Fairview on Friday by the astute former champion trainer Justin Snaith and his regular PE jockey S'manga Khumalo. Although nobody will argue the fact that Jacques Strydom and his Go Deputy Chestnut won many more friends than they lost. Gogetthesheriff has been the talking horse of South African horse racing since Abashiri, a fellow son of Go Deputy, won the SA Triple Crown at the end of April. The local version, run for the first time as the World Sports Betting East Cape Poly Challenge, looked Gogetthesheriff for the taking after he had stormed home to win the first two legs over distances a trifle short of his best. He was back to odds on over the mile on Friday to lift the trophy, and a lovely bonus of 250,000 Rand looked ripe for the picking for charismatic owner Freddie van Onselen. But, as is so often the case in horse racing fairy tales, the end was not the one demanded by the majority of supporters and the multitude of adoring fans that cheered the gallant gelding down to the start. And ironically, it was to be another galloper with a heartwarming story behind his name that would upstage the dream. The rather sedate pace set by Zoo Biscuit ahead of Ochenor and Jet Explorer was not the kind of pace that would necessarily have suited Gogetthesheriff, who was settled closer to the action than usual by JP van der Merwe, who had sent the easy gallop up front. The order remained much the same all the way around, with the top three looking strong into the home run as Khumalo set Jet Explorer on his way. At this stage, Gogetthesheriff was still 7 odd lengths off the pace, but building. Fortune had Ochenor chasing the leader as Gogetthesheriff pinned his ears back and started turning on the jets at the 300-meter mark with the whips flailing all around him. In a thrilling chase to the wire, the hard-ridden 7-1 shot Jet Explorer maintained his advantage all the way down to the line to beat Ochenor, who looked magnificent in the pre-race parade, by just over a quarter of a length, in a time of 94.97 seconds, which is a cracking time for a mile, and gave S'manga Khumalo, a former champion jockey and champion-elect, his 200th winner of the term. Ochenor, in turn, was a quarter of a length in front of a flying Gogetthesheriff, who, judging by his momentum, would have passed him in another 20 meters. Jet Explorer's recovery from death's door after clipping heels and falling in the 2014 Rising Sun Gold Challenge, a Grade 1 event, had been nothing short of a miracle. He has a real stamp of class about him and is relishing competing in the friendlier climes of Port Elizabeth. He's owned by Pat and Henry Devine, a son of Jetmaster, and a debt of gratitude have to go out to Ralph Katzfingel and his dedicated team of veterinary surgeons at Summerveld Veterinary Clinic. Gogetthesheriff was certainly not disgraced in defeat. At the end, the half-length short when it counted can probably be ascribed to the debilitating combination of a lack of decent pace and clever rides by two shooties in S'manga Khumalo and Andrew Fortune, both champions in their own right.
Big thanks again to Snaith Racing team for all the support, and I think this horse here, he won't stop here, and big thanks also to Mr. McLaughlin, who does the hard work here in PE. Well done to him, and again to my sponsors, Maurice Fontaine for Hobos Drift, well done, and also to Mr. and Mrs. Devine, well done. I think he's found his confident now.
Yeah, look, he's had injuries before. Everybody knew when he fell in that. It's just nice to see him come back to himself. The last time he came here, he won as well. All be that on the grass, first time on the poly. You're always a little bit wary, and just a special thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Devine, as I said, for leaving him here and giving us a chance, and hopefully he'll go on from here.
I just want to thank all the supporters that came out here today. Everybody came here, and there's lots of people supporting me, and I would just like to thank all of them, each and every one of them that came here with the hope we're going to win, but we've been beaten by a better horse at the end of the day, and yeah, it's not the end of the Sheriff.
It most certainly isn't. We'll be seeing more of him.
Okay, thanks.
Gogetthesheriff will most certainly be back, and the whole team behind him can look back on a dream shattered, but a job executed with great pride and dignity.